Hello everybody, greetings from Wiregrass Museum of Art. I'm Robin Johnston, our Special Projects Administrator, and I'm so pleased to welcome you to One Night Only. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got a great, interesting evening planned for y'all, and the beauty of this virtual party is you can get totally dressed up or you could keep your pajamas on, so enjoy. Of course, I'm gonna start us off right tonight with our signature drink. So our drink tonight is inspired by this beautiful sculpture by Beverly West Leach called Mother Nature. As we can see, it's all gold and jewel tones. I've chosen a drink to kind of go along with that theme. So tonight we're gonna have the Museum 75, which is a takeoff on the classic French 75. So tonight, our ingredients, I tried to use things that we might already have in our refrigerators or in our bar at home. We have ginger ale, we have grenadine, which is a pomegranate syrup. We have a little sparkling wine, my personal favorite. And then this part is optional, a shot of gin and some lemon juice and a lemon and maraschino cherries for garnish. So we're gonna start here with a couple of teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. Now this part definitely can be added to taste. So anywhere from 1 to 2 teaspoons of grenadine. This part goes heavy or as light as you like. So up to 1 ounce of gin. All right, feel free to add a little ice if you're into that. We're gonna top it off with some beautiful bubbles. And then for our garnish tonight, I've chosen a lemon and a maraschino cherry. So you can always give that lemon a little squeeze and then drop your cherry down in the bottom of the drink for a little treat at the end. So cheers, that's your Museum 75. And we've also got a mocktail tonight. And our mocktail tonight is the Shirley Ginger, which is a takeoff on your classic Shirley Temple. If you've ever had one of those, it's Sprite and grenadine. There's also the classic Roy Rogers, which is Coke and grenadine. But tonight we're gonna have ginger ale and grenadine. So, and here again, I urge you to just use your own taste. This is a fun drink. You can use your creativity with a little bit. As far as ingredients, you can use just kind of your classic ginger ale, or definitely encourage you, if you're into the spicy stuff, to check out Buffalo Rock ginger ale. It gives it a little extra oomph. Or if you had a ginger beer at home. And then for our garnish on this one, let's just add some maraschino cherries. There are some people that don't like maraschino cherries, and I say for them, more for me. So now here also, if you had a little squeeze of lime, that would make this extra delicious as well. Thanks so much for coming tonight. We miss you all so much and look forward to gathering here again safely at the museum. And y'all enjoy the rest of your night.
At WMA, we're committed to supporting artists and advocating for their role in building a more unified society. Although the museum is closed temporarily to the public, we continue to push this mission forward and are excited to introduce several artists to you tonight, all of whom are living and working in Alabama. Joining us from Montgomery is artist and photographer Sydney Foster. So we've worked together before. You had your first solo museum exhibition at WMA last year. Can you tell our members and some of our visitors a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, 2019 January, you emailed me and you were like, do you want to do this thing? And I'm like, me? Solo exhibition? Sure, I would love that. So the name of the show was Walks in the South, and it was my first solo exhibition. And Walks in the South is about the epitome of the South, or what people still imagine the South to be now present day, and it's different. But with Walks in the South, I wanted to be able to, through the images, tell the story of those who aren't necessarily highlighted day to day in the South because of economic status or the color of their skin or just the way they're living or if they're homeless. I wanted to be able to shine a light on that and just show all people that everybody is human. This could be you if it's a homeless person. This could be you no matter where you are today, especially in this time of COVID. if COVID didn't show us, like, you could have the world today and tomorrow it's gone. But those are some of the themes in Walks of the South, just being able to appreciate people no matter where they come from.
Tell us why photography is your passion and why that's your chosen medium.
Photography just kind of came to me. I won't say I wanted to do more graphic design stuff, like stuff in like Illustrator and Photoshop, like more typography art. But when I got to high school, like my junior, senior year, I had this infatuation with like fashion magazines. Like my sister would take me to go get them. And I was like, I'm gonna recreate every fashion editorial that I see. Like, this is what I wanna do. And I was like, I gotta learn this photography thing. So that's what drew me or inspired me to do photography, was the fashion editorial things. But as I progressed in my career, I have a love for people, and I have a love for helping people and drawing community, a true sense of community and authenticity within community. So that's where I'm at now with photography. I still do like the fashion thing, but the stuff that makes you feel, that's what I'm intrigued with right now. And in a photograph, you can see so much. One thing that people admire about my people photographs or my portraits, I have this way of capturing eyes of people, and I think I'm still trying to understand what other people see. But they say one photo that was in Walks in the South, it was the photo of Miss Annetta, and I believe it might have been one of the security guards in the museum. He was like, every time I walk by this picture, I just feel like this lady is staring into my soul. How did you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. But I admire capturing the rawness of people through my photographs, my portraits.
We're going to be working together again through an artist residency.
Yes.
Can you tell us anything, any sort of initial feelings or thoughts about the work that you'll be creating right here in the Wiregrass?
Wow. So it'll explore the people of the Wiregrass community. I'm still getting rooted in it. So I want to be able to really get a sense for the day-to-day of the people, like what's important to the people of the Wiregrass, what keeps them motivated, what keeps them moving, like what are those rites of passages. Another thing I want to highlight is color. Like, I pride myself for the color in my images. So I want to be able to find like important places, whether it be a building or a school, whatever, a house, whatever, and take a picture of that and see how it resonates with people just from color, because color can make you feel happy. It can make you feel sad. It can make you feel angry.
Well, Sydney, it's been such a great opportunity to catch up with you. It's so good to see you. Although I can't wait to see you in person and to work together.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, and I'll see you soon.
We will see you soon.
Hi everyone, I am Collins Trott, and I moved here to Dothan at the very end of December in 2010. And all of the other places that I have lived have been suburbs of large cities. So moving here to Dothan was a lot more difficult than I had originally anticipated. Trying to make connections in a new city where you know nobody, have no family, and don't yet have a job are really, really hard. So I had to start searching for things that I like to do that interested me, where I could actually make those connections. So I came across the Wiregrass Museum of Art, who was having an adult art class series where you got to learn about a different medium each week and just create. And so I signed up, and that gave me something to look forward to each week. It got me out of the house. I finally was talking to people again, and then I was able to be creative, which I just love to do. I had not realized how integrated arts was in my entire life until I lived without it. So moving here really made me realize how blessed I was to have arts in my education, all types of arts, music, theater, and then regular art classes as well. In my community, I was able to go to camps, I could go into the city and go see a play or a show. I could go to art museums. I could listen to concerts. I had a plethora of art experiences that I didn't even realize was so integrated in my life until I was without. I've had lots of other experiences at the museum, from bringing preschoolers in on a field trip, to taking art classes, to going to the events, to becoming a board member. And the thing I like most about the museum is how versatile it is for me, where I can go by myself and get something out of it. I can take a class, or I can just go and look at artwork. I can gather with my friends at an event. I can even go for a date night. I love that it always gives me the reason to get dressed up. I love getting dressed up. And the museum has really been my saving grace here in Dothan, and made that first connection, and it still holds strong. So it has a great, great place in my heart, and I just love to be able to share it with everybody that I can.
This quarter, the museum had plans to open several new exhibitions, including Between Heaven and Earth, a solo exhibition with works by Cynthia Carana. This exhibition has now been postponed to 2021, but we're excited to be joined by Cynthia this evening, who will be talking about her work, and will give you a look at her studio in Montgomery.
Hey everybody, I am Cynthia Kirana, and my postponed exhibition at Wiregrass Museum is titled Between Heaven and Earth. I don't know if you're having the same issue as I do, but at the start of quarantine period, it's really hard for me to create works. So I try to keep myself busy, cleaning the studio, in gardening, learning how to sew. Yeah. During this quarantine period, my studio practice has shifted into more of a documentary-based practice. The first few weeks during quarantine is very hard. I was unable to focus, and it was really an odd situation because, suddenly there are plenty of time, but also at the same time, there are plenty of events that are getting canceled or postponed. So what I did in the beginning is I started to create a small journal, and I filled that journal with haiku of the day. So it's essentially this white book. My little white book of quarantine is what I called this one. So yes, I filled it with haiku, and I'll share with you one haiku. This one is my favorite, actually. This is exactly how I feel. And it's called Duality. Neither here nor there. Distance and isolation between heaven, earth. Here's a sneak peek to my most recent piece, 6 inches apart. I hope I get to see you soon. Ciao.
Hi, my name is Megan Dorsey. I'm a supporter of the Wiregrass Museum of Art as a member and as a board member. I think it's really important to support the art museum, especially our local art museum, to make sure that our community continues to be impacted by the activities and the events and programs that they produce every day. One of those programs they produce is their education program, and that program makes a huge impact for our students. Our students, every year, they're impacted by being able to walk through the doors through the Bus on Us program. Thousands of students across our area, they're able to participate in creative activities, tapping into the artistic side, while also learning. So please join me and become a supporter of the Art Museum. I love it so much because it gives me an opportunity to continue to be creative. It gives me an opportunity to continue to be bright and shiny because you get to learn new things. One of the ways that I'm keeping creative during this time is working on my favorite thing, which are my handmade earrings. So I've learned new techniques while I was participating in an adult art class. So using different mediums and trying to figure out different ways to really express my artistic vision is one of the things that I love about utilizing things I've learned at WMA. So make sure that you're using this opportunity to keep creative, keep bright and shiny, and make sure that you are smiling and being creative every day. Thanks.
WMA hosts nearly 14 exhibitions each year, usually the product of direct partnerships with contemporary artists. But we also support artists through public programming and artist residencies. Lily Reeves is a neon artist living and working in Birmingham, Alabama, and she'll be giving you the first look at her project, Spiritkin. With plans to take this project nationwide, it's launching right here in the Wiregrass.
Hey y'all, my name is Lily Reeves and I am a sculptor. I do a lot of light art, as you can see, and light installations and performance. And I'm here to tell you about a new project that I'm launching with the Wiregrass Museum of Art. It's my first ever virtual residency that we will be starting coming this weekend. The piece that I'm making while doing this residency is called Spiritkin, and it is a series of portraits that are illustrated in neon light of critically endangered and extinct animals. And so the Wiregrass Museum is supporting this body of work starting in the Wiregrass region of southern Alabama, where I will be working on documenting these projects for you all weekend. I hope that you will tune in and watch some live streams of the installations maybe, and the final documentation of the work, maybe some conversations surrounding it. So yeah, I hope you guys tune in this weekend, and see you later.
Hi, I'm Mike Owen, and I'm serving as the board president of the Wiregrass Museum of Art. We hope you enjoyed one night only, and hope you will consider becoming a new member or renewing your membership. We are proud to provide so many education programs and continue support for artists during this time, and to help Wiregrass 211 during the month of May. Thank you to our Wiregrass community for keeping our museum strong and adaptable. We appreciate you.